Royal, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out and spoke with you the other day, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you a couple of tips that you guys can do to really maximize your traffic online and build up that online customer base. So with that, let me get started. The first thing I noticed right off the bat is that your site's not secure, and this is an SSL certificate issue. Pretty simple to get handled, but Google will really ding you if you don't have that, and a lot of times people don't like to go to unsecure websites and risk their information being potentially hacked and stuff like that. So really important to get that up and running. So that would be not really my first tip, but just something that you should probably take care of. But looking at your site, you have a click to call. Your services pretty easily accessible. You have a conversion right here in terms of a form submit. So a lot of good things here at the top that are really, in terms of people potentially coming and buying or purchasing some of your services. Obviously, you guys do a lot of services, which is fantastic. Looking through your site, though, there's not a ton of content. And by content, I mean text. And really, there should be a lot of content for a couple of reasons. The first is so that you could be found for specific keywords. And I went ahead and I know you go do a lot of different cities, but and a lot of different services. But I kind of focused on roofing. Obviously, there's a lot of different keywords that you can be found for. Roofing companies, Jacksonville, roofers, Jacksonville. A lot of volume here, 600 searches a month for roofers in Jacksonville, North Carolina. So if I was wanting to be found for that, I'd have it as a heading, have it within my content. I just put that in my site to where Google crawls it and they see, hey, this site has to do with roofing and specifically in this area, and it allows you to rank for that particular keyword. So super important to have those keywords within your content. And then content is a ranking factor, not only quality, but also quantity. So the more quality content you have, the more likely you are to be ranked. Google kind of feels like, you're more of an expert if you have content on your site that's good, that people can, find and read. So really important to have that stuff on there. And I just showed you volume from roofing services. I mean, if you're talking about bathroom remodel, kitchen remodel, fencing, decking, flooring, all this stuff is, there's probably quite a bit of searches, and that's just in one area. I know you guys do multiple areas, so there's a ton of opportunity here for you to bring traffic in through your website. So that would be my first tip, is to add content. My second tip is to really put yourself in a position to get a lot of different volume from a lot of different places. So ranking organically is obviously great, but when someone searches for any particular keyword, so I search for roofing companies, Jacksonville, North Carolina, the first thing that pops up is these local ads, these Google guaranteed. And, these are a great way. People will trust these because Google backs, services up to a certain dollar amount. So if somebody was to get something done from one of those and it didn't work out, they at least know that Google would pay for part of it or pay to get it fixed. So, it gives a little peace of mind. And they're a little bit more expensive than the Google ads, which usually run underneath here. But they definitely have a high conversion rate. So this is a great way to pull in traffic. Ranking your Google business profile, if you have one, or getting one and ranking it within the top 3, definitely pulls traffic. Sometimes I've seen them pull as much as 40% of the search volume. So in this particular search, there's 100 searches a month. Potentially 40 are going to this top 3. So a lot of volume that you can pull in there and a lot of stuff you can do. So ranking with the Google business profile is always important, and then obviously ranking organically. And if you're here and you're here and you're here and you're running potentially Google ads, you're going to be seen in many different places, and there's a likelihood you can pull a lot of conversions for any particular keyword. So it's like diversifying your portfolio. The more ways you can be seen, the better off you are. So that would be my second tip. My last tip would be to really grow and build your site. So as you can see here, this is some data from site Royal Roofing Construction, and it's kind of looks like what a brand new site would look like. There's not a lot of referring domains here, and referring domains are just websites that link to you. You're not ranking for anything in the top 100, so you're not going to you're not pulling any traffic. So it's kind of like a brand new site, or like a landing page where maybe you hand out some cards and people go to search it, but that's potentially the only way you're getting traffic. So how you really build up the site is by adding referring domains and building links back to your site. So, it's, great way to think of it is say Yelp, right? Say you create a Yelp directory, a business page, and add your website. Well, they link back to your website, and that link can potentially give you power. Doesn't always. Do follow links are the only ones that give power. So you have 3 that are giving you power, but they're not very strong. So that's potentially how you strengthen up your site. And just to show you what your competition is doing, this is Maven Roofing, and they have 86 referring domains versus your 6, and their power, these 25 is pretty good for roofing. You really want a 1-to-1 ratio, but they're still pretty solid. And whereas you're ranking for no keywords, they're ranking for 294, and they're getting 414 clicks a month. So quite a bit of volume difference. And again, they're just focusing on roofing. So if you look at your entirety of what you do, there's a ton of potential there for you to really build and grow online. So, I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, concerns. Would love your feedback. I hope this has been, helpful for you, and I hope it's able to help you build and grow your business. So with that, have a great day, and God bless.